terrible. The Fantastic Four reboot is terrible. Wow, guys. The low percentage score on Rotten Tomatoes, sometimes it fluctuates between 7% to 10%. I'm not sure what the final percentage-wise is right now, but still, yeah, it's really bad. This movie is bad. So bad. And nobody should watch this movie. Hell, it's becoming a box office flop as we speak right now. It only made like $11 million on Friday, and apparently that's not enough. And they think it's going lower and lower and lower as the weekend progresses. So yeah, this movie is going to be a flop. I'm not sure what Fox is going to do. I know a lot of people are saying, you know what? Give the rights back to Marvel. Give the rights back to Marvel. I don't know. Would Marvel actually salvage this? Because we have 4 Fantastic Four movies, 1 unreleased one, which is the Roger Corman one. I have not seen that. I only saw the review done for it from like the Cinema Snob, and I watched the Tim Story movies, and now I watched this reboot. And here's the thing: immediately after watching this reboot, out of the theater, I immediately went to my Facebook and put up the status. Fantastic Four. Oh my fucking god. I'm sorry, Rise of the Silver Surfer. You were way more enjoyable than this piece of shit. I did not like Rise of the Silver Surfer. Okay, so the Tim Story Fantastic Four movie, the first one, I thought it was okay at best, but it was a crappy movie. But there were some things I do like about it, some ideas. I'm okay with the cast. I'm okay with the acting. Special effects were iffy here and there. I thought the Thing suit looked kind of clunky, but at the same time, it was one of the best practical suits for the Thing so far, so I was okay with that. Michael Chiklis was very good. Chris Evans was perfectly casted as the Human Torch. I really liked him. Sure, he was a bit of an asshole. Sometimes he's a bit of a dick, but that's the Human Torch. I thought he was good. Jessica Alba. You know, say what you will about her acting. I thought she was okay as Sue Storm. I mean, sure, there could have been a better one, but she was attractive, she was hot, she looked good as a blonde with blue contacts. She showed her cleavage sometimes. That's basically it. And Iona Grufford, I can't pronounce his name. I thought he was fine as Mr. Fantastic. And I forgot the guy who played as Doctor Doom, and I thought that version of Doctor Doom, he looks good, but he's just not as intimidating as everyone hoped for him to be. Rise of the Silver Surfer has some good ideas, and when you hear that Galactus is involved, you're like, oh, of course, yes, we have the Silver Surfer, he looks awesome, he basically looks like the T-1000, but Doug Jones, great, with Lawrence Fishburne's voice, awesome, Galactus is in the movie, awesome, and it turns out he's a fucking purple space cloud. Oh, God, that ruined the movie for me. But the movie really sucked in the end, even with the Galactus thing. So, yeah, the fact that I enjoyed Rise of the Silver Surfer more than this piece of shit, that's bad. That is bad. Sure, it's not the worst movie I've seen this year. I still say that I'm more angry towards Max, but this movie, people have to avoid. The only reason I saw this is because I was curious. And I hate being curious. I'm like, ooh, people are saying that's bad. I gotta check it out. Oh, God, I shouldn't have. This movie is dark, it's bleak, there's no humor, there's no fun, the acting's bad, the dialogue is bad, the action is bad. I'm trying to think of some positives for this movie. I guess some of the effects are okay. For Mr. Fantastic, every time Mr. Fantastic is in a fight and he was fighting to evade soldiers in the woods, some of those effects look kind of cool, and it reminds me of The Incredibles when Elastigirl was beating the shit out of people, and it was kind of awesome. You're like, holy shit, he's able to stretch it 20 feet very quickly within a second, whoop, just to hit a guy, and then he could dodge bullets. He's like, whoosh, like that. That was kind of cool. And then when you think it's gonna at least get the action to be much cooler, no, it stops right there. The Thing shows up and headbutts Miles Teller in the head, and that was it. There's barely any action in this movie. Hell, the first half of this movie, yeah, I believe like 45 minutes. They finally get their powers at the 45-minute mark, and then for the next 30 minutes, they just spend the entire time brooding over the powers they got. They're like, there's the complication between the Human Torch and his father. The Human Torch actually wants to, he's okay with his powers, but his father isn't. They're trying to cure him, but he's like, no, you're not a good father. And after that, they find where Miles Teller is, Reed Richards, where he was. It turns out he's in Panama, so they found him, and then they try to get him to fix the freaking teleporter machine. He did, and then they send the actual people from NASA. They go into the teleporter. Then they find Dr. Doom, who survived the frickin' chaos for like a year. They don't explain that, and they don't even explain where they find the frickin' cape he was wearing. Seriously, he was wearing a green cape, and during that point, you're like, wait, so this planet has no life forms whatsoever. It's just all rock and green goo. Where the fuck did he find that green cape? At first, I thought he was wearing the USA flag because that's the only thing that's made out of cloth material that they brought to the planet. But no, it's all green. So I was like, okay, where did that come from? Unless he dyed the USA flag green. Which is also stupid if you really think about it. So they brought in Dr. Doom. They bring him back to Earth. And then he's like, oh no, I don't like the Earth anymore. I'm going to kill you all. Blah! And then he goes back to Planet Zero, stupid ass name. And then the Fantastic Four is like, oh, we gotta go save him. So the next 10 minutes is trying to stop Dr. Doom. But the first 8 minutes of that, they fight him one-on-one. And then they're like, we cannot defeat him. Not one of us is strong enough. And Miles Teller's like, no, but all of us can defeat him. I'm like, really? These people are supposed to be smart? Smart! And they just realized that teamwork actually works! So they defeat Dr. Doom. I'm not sure if that means he's dead, but it's Dr. Doom, so you would think that they would want to have him for the sequel, but no, he disintegrated, so I'm not sure about that. And then at the end, remember the ending to the Avengers Age of Ultron where Captain America, Black Widow, looks over the Avengers headquarters and he sees, what was it, Scarlet Witch, Falcon, Vision, and War Machine, and he's like, Avengers Assemble. Yeah, imagine that kind of scene, except them trying to figure out a name for their team, and then Miles Teller goes to the Ben Grimm, and he's like, oh yeah, this is better than our garage, right? And Ben Grimm's like, yeah, it's fantastic. Miles Teller's like, what'd you just say? It's fantastic. Guys! I found the perfect name! Then the dramatic music pops up that says, it goes to black and it shows the title, Fantastic Four. That's the fucking ending right there. There's no end credit scenes unless they decide to add them after I saw the film. I saw the whole credits just to see if there's actually a scene. There wasn't, unless it turns out there was a showing with something after the credits. I don't know. I don't care anyway, because the movie was a waste of time. Oh my god. And I don't understand this film. I heard that there were reshoots. I heard some complications with the studio. I heard that Josh Trank was being a jerk. I don't know. There was a tweet by Josh Trank, like, is that his name? Josh Trank? I don't even know the director's name anymore. He tweeted out something saying that his version of Fantastic Four 1 year ago was fantastic. Unfortunately, guys, you could never see it. I was like, why would you say that? And also, he immediately deleted it because I'm pretty sure that's under contract anyway. But why would you say that? Oh my god, I blame everything on everybody. And man. And here's the thing, there were some good ideas, and like I said, the effects on Mr. Fantastic for some parts, especially for the action, was pretty cool, and you hope for it to be more awesome, but they don't take advantage of that. Jamie Bell, I feel bad for him. Great actor. He's casted as Ben Grimm, and when he becomes the Thing, actually his transformation into the Thing makes no fucking sense. Okay, so they are on Planet Zero. Oh wait, before I go into it, you know what? I already said spoilers, right? If I didn't, sorry. Let's go back to the beginning of the film. So the movie opens up in the year 2007. And with young Reed Richards and young Ben Grimm. They were not friends yet. This is the origin story of how they became friends. And Reed Richards' teacher is Dan Castaneda. And Reed Richards is like, hey, I made a teleporter. And Dan Castaneda is like, listen, the assignment is to have a real life job that you want in the future. I was like, What? Reed Richards said he wants to be a scientist who wants to work on teleportation. What's wrong with that? You stupid asshole! I don't know why Dan Castellaneta has to play an asshole in here. And also, yeah, after Reed Richards shows his Project Almanac, that's basically it. Yeah, I watched Project Almanac, and the scene is exactly like it. And Project Almanac is a found footage movie. I'm surprised that Josh Trank didn't work on that since he worked on Chronicle. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I'm not a huge fan of Chronicle. I thought it was just an okay movie at best. It has very good ideas. I don't understand why it's found footage, and the found footage aspect of it actually ruins the movie for me. But if you guys love Chronicle, I understand. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I thought it was just okay. I thought Dan DeHaan, whatever his name is, I thought he was good. He was the best part of the movie. Michael B. Jordan, he was fine. The other guy, I don't give a shit. But it turns out he's the hero. Dan DeHaan is the villain, and yeah, it went Akira near the end, but it was entertaining. I did like it. I just didn't like the found footage aspect of it, and it doesn't make sense because it took the footage of all the different cameras, and who edited it in the end then? Because it says Chronicle. I was like, okay, I understand if it's from the video camera and they never edit it, they just have one tape in there and they just put all these clips together. That makes sense. But no, they have the cell phone footage, the security camera footage, and all that stuff, and they put it together. Then who edits it in the whatever? That's my argument against Chronicle, but still. Okay, so Reed Richards and Ben Grimm, they become friends. 7 years pass. It's the year 2014. And then they have the science fair in high school. Oh my god, these guys are high schoolers. Before, I know that the Ultimate series is based on them being high schoolers, but I thought they were supposed to play like 20-year-olds or something like that. No, they're high schoolers! They, senior year, they don't explain. I'm guessing it's senior year, but Miles Teller and Jamie Bell don't look like they're 18 years old. Seriously, that's the maximum I could do for high schoolers. 18. They don't look 18. So, Jamie Bell and Miles Teller, they are at the science fair, and they show that their teleportation machine works. But it just ends up destroying the glass backboard of the basketball net. Dan Castellaneta is like, you're disqualified. You're disqualified. Listen, this is about science, okay? Real science. It's not a magic show. I was like, you dick. What is wrong with you? You have something against Miles Teller? You have something against Reed Richards? They proved to you that this shit works, and you say it's a magic show? What the fuck is wrong with you? This should win first prize, you fucking dick. He has some kind of vendetta against Reed Richards. It makes no sense. And this scene is supposed to be funny, but no, it isn't. It just made me confused. Why would he say this? It makes no sense. He calls himself a teacher? My God. Even the principal from the Back to the Future movies, Principal Strickland, he's not that strict. Sure, he calls people a slacker, but he actually cares about them. Fucking teacher. This guy makes no sense. And at the same time, coincidentally, Sue Storm and her father happened to be in the science fair, and they were working on the teleportation device as well. And they're like, holy shit, Reed Richards got it to work. Coincidence! So, yeah, Sue Storm is the adopted one. Michael B. Jordan is the actual child from Reggie Cathy, who plays Dr. Storm. You know what? I don't care about the Human Torch being black. I don't care about the mixed family. I don't care about the adoption or anything like that. I heard the interview from Josh Trank, and I was like, you know what? I found that admirable. You know what? Why not? As long as you don't ruin the characters, it's fine. I don't care about the gender. I don't care about the skin color. Just make them likable characters. They're not! Sue Storm, played by Kate Mara. Here's the thing. I think Kate Mara is a terrible actress from all the shit I've seen her in. So, who knows? Probably she is a very good actress. It's just that the movies and TV shows I've seen her in, she just sucks. she was expressionless in this movie. But I don't fully blame the movie on her. Almost everyone's a bad actor in this. Miles Teller, he seemed like he was bored out of his mind. He looks like he has nothing to do. Michael B. Jordan, same exact shit. Jamie Bell, it seems like Jamie Bell really wants to be the Thing character, but the movie doesn't let him. I'm not sure if they filmed more scenes with these guys, or they just deleted them and stuff. I don't know. It makes no sense. These characters are unlikable. They're not, like... You don't like them. They have no personality. They barely have any expressions. Sometimes there was a good bit of humor when Kate Mara flicked Miles Teller's ear at one point, and Miles Teller was like, oh my god, what the hell happened? Yeah, that's human, and I kind of like it. But then they become expressionless and drab, and I don't get it. Why do you... Seriously, these people... It's like the Christopher Nolan thing. It's like watching Interstellar again. Interstellar deals with another dimensions, black holes and shit. So yeah, it's like watching Interstellar again, except these guys talking speeches, they barely have an emotion. Oh man. And also the jokes are pretty lame, to be honest, for most of them. Every time they try to attempt humor, it just doesn't work. And Toby Cabell plays Victor Von Doom from Latveria. Oh god. You know, the actor, I thought he was fine, but the problem is his character is terrible. He has a thing for Sue Storm, but they don't explain that if he and Sue Storm had a history together. So he was very jealous at Reed Richards just talking with Sue Storm. Seriously, Reed is not hitting on her. He just sees her as a comrade. Hell, he doesn't even kiss her in the end, or they get into a relationship. No, nothing like that. They are just people who are working on a project together. But for some reason, Victor Von Doom's jealous. He's like, listen, Reed, you're supposed to work. You're not supposed to fool around. Okay. And I don't know how old Victor Von Doom's supposed to be. I guess a high schooler as well. He's supposed to be a prodigy. But when you first see him, at first he has this long hair. It's greasy and stuff. And he was playing a video game on one monitor, hearing opera in another, and seeing some data and all that shit. He doesn't do anything. He has this stupid Google Glass kind of thing. I don't get it. I don't know why you have to make Victor Von Doom like this. And also, they don't explain why he's evil in the end. You could say that the Green Ooze in the end for a year just made him crazy, but no, not really. They just made him evil for no reason, and they don't explain how he survived in Planet Zero for a year, because when they did the teleporting thing, and then Tim Blake Nelson comes in, and I thought he was supposed to be the Mole Man, but apparently he isn't. So he tells them, okay, so we're going to send this over to NASA. And, of course, the gang is really, really upset about it. So they're like, you know what? We're drunk? Yeah, they actually drunk from a tiny flask. I don't know what the hell they were drinking, but they were really drunk, all three of them. So it's Victor Von Doom, Johnny Storm, and Reed Richards. They're drunk, and they want to go into Planet Zero. So So Reed Richards decides to call up Ben Grimm and tell him, listen, man, I couldn't have done this without you. You're coming with us to Planet Zero. And, well, all I can say is that Ben Grimm is a very good friend of Reed Richards, because he would do anything for him, apparently. Sure, I gotta say all four are dumbasses, but you do feel bad for Ben Grimm because he did not ask for this. He just thought, okay, we're going to the Planet Zero for like a couple seconds, then we go. We just put the fucking flag there, and then we go. Apparently not, because Victor Von Doom's like, oh, look at that green surge of energy and stuff. We gotta investigate. And Johnny Storm's like, if you want, you go ahead. I think bad shit is gonna happen. And even Ben Grimm's like, listen, man, we really gotta go. But, of course, Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom's like, no, we gotta explore this place. I'm like, well, is this Prometheus again? Is this fucking Prometheus again? What's up with fucking smart people who are supposed to be smart, but they make the stupidest decisions? In Prometheus, the boyfriend slash husband of the Naomi Rapace, when he checks up, oh wait, the air is good. Okay, we can breathe in it. And Naomi Rapace is like, no, you don't know what else is there. And he's like, don't be such a skeptic. Yeah, same exact shit happens. Victor Von Doom's like, ooh, look at this green energy. I gotta touch it. What the fuck is wrong with you? You deserve to die. You deserve to die, you motherfucker. So, once he touches it, shit goes wrong. The green ooze goes all on top of Victor Von Doom, and it reminds me of Prometheus when that... I hate this actor. Why did I have to mention him again? Sean Harris. That scene where Sean Harris was touched by the ooze and stuff, and he starts to melt. Same exact shit happens in this. Victor Von Doom gets his bodysuit melted, and it fused with his skin, and then he falls into the green ooze, and then Reed Richards, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm try to go back to the teleporter, but the problem is that Ben Grimm tried to close the door on the teleporter, but all of a sudden, rocks just come out of nowhere and keep hitting him in the freaking face. I thought he was going to be bludgeoned to death by the rocks, but no, apparently the rocks turn him into the Thing, who's like 8 foot tall for some reason. Jamie Bell's like 5'3". He gets 3 extra inches. I don't get it. I don't know why he's 3 extra feet. I don't get why he became that tall. And Johnny Storm, all of a sudden the glass breaks and he gets burned alive. And then, I don't know why Reed Richards has the stretching ability. They don't explain that. So they go back to the Earth, and Sue Storms is over there, and she's trying to override the system and stuff. She gets hit by the blast, which can make her invisible. What? Seriously, it shows the blast affecting everything in the New York City area. Everything. Everything. So, why is Sue Storm's the only one affected by this? Is it because she's the closest one? But it shows the freaking blast in New York City! Ah! So, and then it shows this body horror or something like that. It shows Mr. Fantastic on the gurney and stuff, and he's stretched out, and then it shows the Human Torch burning, and he's having bad dreams and stuff. He's like, ah! The Thing is like, help me, Reed! Help me! And Sue Storm's like, she goes in and out of her invisibility phase. So yeah, I know that Josh Trank said something about him being a huge fan of the David Cronenberg movies, but I don't know, that seemed very, very dark. I mean, you can do dark in a superhero movie, you can. It's just, it's a superhero movie. Have some fun. I mean, I think that would have suited Chronicle a lot more than the Fantastic Four. But and that's the thing. This happens at the 45-minute mark. The next 30 minutes is Reed Richards escapes. Reed Richards escapes, and this takes place 1 year later. Johnny Storm knows how to control his powers. Sue Storm knows how to control her powers. Ben Grimm's depressed as shit, and all he can do is become the Hulk. Seriously, that's all he does. He's like the Hulk, just used for the military. And Reed Richards in Panama, and he's able to change his face so it resembles a different person, which is kind of cool, but I don't know if he did that ever in the comics. I don't even know if that's possible in the comics, too. That he's able to stretch his face and stuff so he looks like a different person. I don't know. But that's kind of cool. I kind of like it. So, that's when Ben Grimm tracks down the Reed Richards in Panama. He stops him, headbutts him, and then Reed Richards gets captured, gets sent back to the Area 57, and then Tim Blake Nelson's and Reggie Cathy, Dr. Storm's like, listen man, we want your help in developing the teleporter so we can find a cure for you guys. And Miles Teller's like, okay. So he does some code. The teleporter works. They send the astronauts through the teleporter. They immediately go onto the planet. They're trying to find resources. But they see Victor Von Doom over there, alive, and he's like, I knew you would come. So they bring him over to the Earth, and Victor Von Doom kills everyone except the Fantastic Four. Seriously, this is gruesome. Sure, the blood is black, but he does the scanner shit. Seriously, he does the scanner. Like that. And Tim Blake Nelson is the first one to die from him, and I was like, I thought he's supposed to be the Mole Man. Apparently he dies. Man, why is he in another superhero movie? Seriously, I like Tim Blake Nelson. I thought he was great as the guy who's supposed to be the leader in The Incredible Hulk. But, of course, The Incredible Hulk is not getting the sequel, and apparently they don't explain what happens to Tim Blake Nelson's character, who's supposed to be the leader. And now he's supposed to be the Mole Man. He dies. And Dr. Storm dies. Seriously, Victor Von Doom goes through the hallways and just does the scanner shit to every single person, and their heads basically explode, and with black blood on the wall. And oh my god, the look of Victor Von Doom. How do you fuck that up? Okay, the idea that that the bodysuit merged with his skin, so his skin is all metal. Interesting idea. He looks fucking ugly as hell, though. He doesn't look badass. He looks ugly. He looks too skinny. He looks like a mini boss. And here's the bad thing about the movie. There's no action. Like I said, they show some footage of the thing kicking ass, but it's like for a couple seconds. And then you have the final boss fight against Victor Von Doom in the last 15 minutes of the film. And it was a lame fight. Very, very lame. Oh, God. At times, it seems like it's going to be more awesome, and then all of a sudden, it just sucks. I mean, sure, the final fight against Victor Von Doom in the Tim Story movies was really not that good, but it was way more impressive than this shit. Oh, God. So, yeah, the Fantastic Four saved the day, and this movie just fucking sucked. Like I said, it's dark, it's bleak, it's boring. You don't like the characters, you don't like the action. Oh yeah, I forgot. My favorite part, which is really unnecessary. Well, two favorite parts. No, one of them I really, really hate, but one. There's a cameo from Caesar from The Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. No, I'm serious. It looks like the exact same CG model. They have a chimpanzee, and this was used as the first test to send the teleporter into Planet Zero. They show like a minute cameo of Caesar. It looks exactly like Caesar. So I was like, why? Why would you put a couple animators in charge of this? I mean, did you have people at Weta and they're like, and they owe you favors and stuff? What? Why can't you use a fucking real chimpanzee? And here's the thing. I love the Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes movies. They were good. I love them. The effects are great. I just don't get why you have to use this CGI shot of the chimpanzee in this. It makes no sense. You could have used all that money to put more scenes, you know, to at least make the characters likable. I mean, there's a scene where it could have been like an Avengers-like kind of scene with them just talking shit and just, you know, have them be like regular people. Make sure they have fun. It was during the montage when you see Victor Von Doom, Johnny Storm, Sue Storm, and Reed Richards just talking and laughing with each other, but you don't hear what they're saying. You could have extended that scene. But no, it's just part of the montage. And the montage is fucking boring. So yeah, we have the cameo from Caesar from Rise and Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. But, oh my god. You know the classic line, it's clobbering time? Yeah. Apparently it means abuse from a family member. Oh god. In the year 2007, it shows young Ben Grimm about to be punched by his older brother. And his older brother's like, hey, you know what? It's clobbering time. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit. This is a classic line that people love. And now you associate it with abuse from a fucking family member? What the hell? Ben Grimm never said it's clobbering time throughout the movie. Apparently it's about the older brother beating the shit out of him. Oh god. Why? Why would you do that? You know what? I don't know if it's all Fox's fault, but still, I gotta blame Josh Trank too, because this movie is really bad. And also, if he's really upset that his final version sucked, he could have left at any time. You know, he could have done the Richard Donner version or something like that in the end. Seriously. If you really hate this project that much, you should have fucking left. This movie fucking sucked. Is there anything else I should talk about? Let's see. Mole Man dies, so there's no Mole Man. Dr. Storm dies, and oh yeah, like I said, I don't care about the skin color or anything as long as they're good, but all the actors are pretty much terrible. I feel bad for J.B. Bell because, like I said, he's a great actor. I liked him, but they don't do him justice. He was barely in the movie before he becomes the Thing, and the Thing is barely in the movie as well. And they're supposed to show this relationship, the friendship between him and Reed Richards. They show them as kids, and then they show them 7 years later, and Jamie Bell's has a couple scenes, and it's like 2 minutes long, and then he's gone, and then they focus on Sue Storm and stuff. That's the problem with this movie. It's called the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. People know them as the world's first superhero family. Family. It's always about family. I don't know about the Roger Corman one, but at least in the Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, they treat them like family. Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Ben Grimm, Reed Richards, they consider each other as a family member. They treat each other as family. How do you fuck that up? Seriously. No wonder they just realized teamwork works in the last 5 minutes of the fucking battle. Oh, God. Because they don't treat each other like family members. Hell, you don't really have that many scenes between Johnny Storm and Sue Storm. I mean, at first I thought, were there complications at first? Because they don't really explain it. Sue Storm actually cares about Johnny. Johnny doesn't really care that much about Sue Storm. So you want them to expand on that, but they don't. Johnny Storm has a problem with his father, Dr. Storm. But they don't expand on that as well. And yeah, I don't know if they have a mother. And they just said that Sue Storm's adopted. Okay, but what about the mother? Mother's dead, I guess? I don't know. So yeah, they're not like a family. And here's the problem. The best version of the Fantastic Four movie is still The Incredibles. The Incredibles! What year did that come out? 2002? Or something? And you're telling me that you can't make a decent Fantastic Four movie? What the fuck? Marvel and Fox Studios? You know what? Give the rights back to Marvel. We'll see what they can do. If Marvel Studios cannot salvage the Fantastic Four, then the Fantastic Four is not meant for a live-action film. I'm sorry. And like I said, I thought that the Tim Story one, the first one, was decent at best, okay at best. It's still a crappy movie. The sequel, crappy movie, really crappy. But I liked it way better than this. And that's a very bad thing to say. So, if you've seen the movie, which I highly doubt, write down in the comments below, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later and thank you for watching.